It is a good morning, YouTube. Allow me to share a problem I'm sure a lot of you can sympathize with. I bought my old house on an acre lot in the rural outer suburbs of Philly about 8 years ago. And in that time, I've seen 3 nearby farms razed to build luxury homes, acres and acres of old-growth forest cut down, and countless old houses unceremoniously torn down to cram in more high-density housing in CVS's, Chipotle's, and Wawa's. I actually live next to a cornfield for the moment, and I keep looking at it, like it's a terminal cancer patient. I'm pre-mourning it. Its day is coming. Now, I'm not one of those I got mine and screw the rest of you people. Everyone wants to get their piece of the American dream, and if that's gonna happen, they're gonna have to expand and make room for housing. I decided rather than let it drive me crazy like Ted Kaczynski, I'd save up some funds for my own private slice of land. A little piece of the planet that I can protect from the Toll Brothers. My great-great-grandfather Henry owned a huge farm in northeast Philadelphia, back when that was a thing that was possible, on Bustleton Avenue, which the government seized through eminent domain to build the peaceful and scenic Roosevelt Boulevard.
The most dangerous highway in Philadelphia.
A woman was killed in a freak accident on the boulevard.
2 teenagers killed in a horrific wreck overnight on Roosevelt Boulevard.
A fatal crash on Roosevelt Boulevard.
A deadly crash on Roosevelt Boulevard in Philadelphia.
2 cars collide on Roosevelt Boulevard in northeast Philadelphia.
Deadly crash on Roosevelt Boulevard. Fiery crash on Roosevelt Boulevard.
Yeah, good morning, guys. It's a complete nightmare out here.
Don't let that sarcasm hit you in the face. Since they lost the farm, nobody on either side of my family has ever owned any cool property. I'm breaking that cycle up here in the gorgeous Pocono Mountains of northeastern Pennsylvania. The Poconos are technically part of the Allegheny Plateau, which is an offshoot of the Appalachian Mountains, so I don't know if this is considered Appalachia or not. They're pretty small compared to what you see in New York or western North Carolina, usually between 1,500 and 2,200 feet. We're just under 1,800 feet in elevation now. We call them mountains, but people from the West Coast just laugh when we call these mountains. But hey, it's high enough that it's 10 degrees cooler than the Philly suburbs, and more importantly, it's 15% less humid. It ain't the Rockies, but just look at it. But you know what's more important than buying land just to spite land developers? I want somewhere private for my sons and nephews to get away from all the concrete and asphalt and the crowds they're used to and be boys. Ride four-wheelers, play in creeks, shoot cans with BB guns, and maybe later some 22s. Pee on trees. You know, boy stuff. And of course, I'm not excluding my nieces or daughters. I just happen to not have any at the moment. So, a little background info on the property. I don't have much. The oldest owner I could find bought all 50 acres in 1973 for 17 nickels. Back when nickels had pictures of bees on them. His daughter, henceforth known as the old lady, inherited it from her dad and proceeded to subdivide and sell an acre here and an acre there, until half of it was gone and this 25-acre parcel remained. And then she died 4 years later. Ooh, I've got a generator. That's good. I shall dub thee Genevieve. Oh, and a push mower. Guaranteed to start. Let's see about that. What else we got? Well, we got a 3-wheeled push mower, not super useful, and some electric nose hair trimmers. A poop shovel. I guess I didn't need to bring my good poop shovel from home after all. Another poop shovel, in case the first one breaks down. Oh, it's a cannonball? Oh, shot put ball? Or a spent Dragon Ball? I don't think the self-propelled mechanism's working. This is hard work. The old lady's brother from out of state inherited it when she died, and since then, nobody alive seems to have visited it or seemed to care about it. I guess he just became weary of paying taxes on it. And boy, are there some mysteries. Home sweet home. I've got my eat-in kitchen, fully stocked for my wife's wine nights with the girls. The internet is completely wireless. A generous living room area with nice carpet, and you don't need to worry about padding. With a floor this soft, you can save hundreds on padding. That shook more than it should have. There's your doggy door, built in. See? Folks, this is what happens when you hire a non-union plumber. This bathroom is bigger than my bathroom at home. I think I'd rather poop in a bucket in the woods. In fact, I think I will. Some analog YouTube DIY videos. Here's your analogdictionary.com. Analog Pinterest. Oh, you'll see, this is going to be relevant later. So freaking cool. Gonna hang on to that. Whoop, addresses. Here's my new sound system. All ready for Christmas. Oh, there's your analog Wikipedia. I'm assuming the cache is under... Oh, this was a little boy's room. It's kind of sad. It's probably the seller. He's in his 50s now.
That's very interesting.
Found the well pump. Doesn't even look that old. I'll have to bring a generator up next time and plug it in because... Oh boy, we're not going through that thing. The old lady lived in town according to that box of mail I found in the bedroom, so when she inherited it in 2002, she didn't live here, or presumably visit very much. In which case, the treasures that are spread throughout these 25 acres have been sitting here for 40, 50 years. When I say treasures, I don't mean dilapidated old mobile homes. Hold on to your hats. Starting with the only remotely modern piece of technology as far as the eye can see. A late 90s Chevrolet Silverado, or GMC Sierra. I'm not a truckologist and therefore cannot tell the difference. I guess I could pull the VIN when I get back to some cell signal. The tag is expired 10 months after the old lady's death, so I think this probably ran when parked. It's only sin being outliving its owner. $1,000 at the Junkyard may get this running. It has a factory LS swap, brothers. 5.3 Vortec. It's basically a Corvette motor, but better. If you know, you know. 4-wheel drive, V8, crew cab. This is a nicely equipped truck. It's a real shame it's been left to rot, and somebody's been stealing my parts, but I'm going to need 4-wheel drive to get up here in the winter, so I may consider it. It's clearly a victim of theft and neglect, not catastrophic mechanical failure. Ran when parked. No low ballers. I know what I have. Not much to see here. Cool old Jeep Gladiator, or J10. You know what? I don't know the freaking difference, but I know an AMC 360 when I see it. Look at this paint job. So authentically American. So American. Ah, it's been to Niagara Falls. But based on the condition of the truck, I think it's been at least 3 years since it's been on the road. One owner, though. No low ballers. I know what I have. But you know what's cooler than an old Jeep truck? An older, Jeepier truck. A straight up Willis. I don't know anything about dating these things, but it looks to me late 40s, maybe early 50s. I don't know the exact year, but I do know these came with inline 4s and 6s. So at some point, someone ripped out the factory winga-dinga and put in a V8. Looks like a small block Chevy to this ignoramus. Hot and rotted. Old Mater here's a long way from Radiator Springs. Not looking so hot. But new belt, so it's been maintained. No low ballers. I know what I have. Oh, did I accidentally walk past this? It's so small and it's camouflaged in green, so you really have to keep a sharp eye out lest you trip over it. A GM bulldozer. Bet you didn't know they made bulldozers. Because they haven't in your lifetime or mine, but I guess I own one now. Sure, it's rusty and it's missing a few parts, but hey, do you own a bulldozer? No? Well, work harder, peasant. These GM bulldozers were sold under the Euclid brand. I believe that's slotted between GMC and Cadillac. Ugh. I don't know anything about the engine or the model. I do know it has to weigh at least 20 tons. No offshore parts on this baby. It's not going anywhere. Lawn ornament for life. I'm just gonna mow around it, maybe tie a hammock to it, build a treehouse on top for the kids, you know. Unless you want it, in which case, you guessed it. No low ballers. I know what I have. Hey guys, don't freak out, but I own a truck. I already have a black Trans Am too. The DM has been seized. American dream realized. I can now reenact Smokey and the Bandit.
Breaker, 1-9. How about that bandit you got the mirrors on, son? He's found down, loaded up and took it. We gonna do what this he can't be done. He got a long way to go, and ain't short time to get there. I'm eastbound, just watch your bandit go.
Mine isn't exactly the right year, but it's the right color, and with the exception of the screaming chicken on the hood, it's a perfect replica of the Smokey and the Bandit Trans Am. Ain't that right, Bandit?
I hate to be the one to break this to you, but...
How is my short ass supposed to get in there? Kenworth model K123. Max speed, warp factor 5.9. It's a sleeper cab, so the only possible use for this is, you guessed it, bitchin' treehouse. But in a truck. Guest quarters, if you will, for the guests I don't care that much for. The cab is fiberglass and aluminum, so it only leaks a little bit. Strip out the interior, paint a brighter, happier color. Nope. Or I could scrap it. If you want it, let me know. No lowballers. You know I know what I have. Again, not a truckologist, but I have a hunch something is missing here. A couple things are missing. Alright, fine, lowballers welcome. The property keeps going and going, so let's keep exploring. This is only my second time here, and the first time was only an hour with my realtor, which was a drop in the bucket, but enough to sell me. I'm gonna need to hire a big dumpster for all this crap. Oh, that's deep. Down we go. No freaking way. Go-karts. Plural. So cool. They're either pre-war German or they're just crap from the 70s and 80s trying to look like they're pre-war German. I have so much freaking homework to do. I've seen some obscure stuff, but I have never heard. Definitely German. Looks like an oil burner, actually. Chain drive. Little clutch and sprocket at the back. It's got numbers on them. I wonder if they're old amusement park rides. Geberjlebushkal. Wait a minute. I think I know where that hood is. It's in the back of the Willis. So many questions. First of all, how do I get these over that 8-foot deep gully? And second of all, what's that? Oh, it's just an old CRT TV. Well, that'll make the kids happy. We can finally play Duck Hunt together. No modern TV works with Duck Hunt. Something about the Poconos. Soft loam underfoot. Dark hemlocks above you. Streams everywhere. The tire crop's coming in nicely this year. The sound of a babbling brook, man, it just sounds different when you own it. The things you find in the woods. This doesn't actually look that old. Oh, wait. Yes, it does. Look at all these juvenile maples. This is going to be fairy tale gorgeous in October, if it isn't already. I have imposter syndrome. I feel like I'm trespassing on someone else's land, but I'm not. Here's the meadow. Debating whether I should mow it all down or wait until winter to see what's even hiding under all this. Stuff like this. Please be a challenger, please be a challenger. Or a charger. Hell, I'll settle for a coronet. Ah, crap. It's a dart. Still, it's a swinger hardtop. Looks like a 72 or a 73. I bet you this thing ran 10s all day in its prime. 10 seconds to 60. What confuses me, though, is that this whole field is surrounded on all sides by massive trees, so this has to have been all open when the dart was parked here. And if the car is a 72 or 73, I'll check the VIN later, then this can't have been that old a car when it was abandoned here. It's probably wrecked when it was fairly new and then just ditched. What I do know is it's going to take a freaking helicopter to get it out of here, so I'm sorry, guys. Not for sale. Put your checkbooks away. Not taking offers. Moving on. What kind of maniac knows this? Surprise, surprise, another car. A Plymouth. Grand Fury, maybe? Oh. It's a Volare. The Nissan Sentra of 1970s America. Another Chrysler straight six. You know, they say you can't kill these things, but I've got a lot of them here. Dead. This is an interesting feature. The hinge stays fixed, but the hood closes around it. Interesting. And she's no good for going to town. But I'm sure she'll shine up. I see a familiar shade of red over there. Potty chair. See if we need that. Put that over the septic tank lid. Are these the doors and hood from the red Chevy? It is. That's the doors and the tailgate and the hood from the Silverado, which is 200 yards away. That's probably one of the missing wheels. The rest are probably under here. Oh, there's the back glass. It's 200 yards that way. I guess it was being parted out, but the guy died in 02 and the truck is inspected until 07. His daughter sure as hell wasn't parting this out. And why would a parts thief carry these heavy things 200 yards downhill and then stack them neatly? I have so many questions! There's something under a tarp over there. About the size of a lawn tractor, which would be awesome, because I could really use a lawn tractor. That's a big old turd seat. I ain't no crap about trucks, but that looks like a big straight six turbo diesel and transmission. Logic dictates that this is the missing powertrain from my Kenworth. But logic also dictates that this shouldn't be 300 yards down a slope across two creeks from where the damn truck is. It weighs 47 tons. How did they move it here? Why did they move it here? And how the hell am I going to get this out of here? I don't actually know where I am anymore, and I don't have any reception for my hunting app, but I know this particular creek flows down here up from the main road. So, Lewis and Clark in this shit. I have an island. A private island. Why would you sell this land? I'm such a shooby. Sitting on a paint bucket in the woods, by the stream where there's no one around. Got my TP and my shovel right next to me. Gonna bury this turd in the ground. Oh, no. Nope, nope, nope. What is wrong with people? I'm not going anywhere near the thing, whatever it is. I'm going to put you on the selfie stick and you can tell me what it is. It appears to be female. Can I take it down? Will a Wendigo eat me in my sleep if I do? Do I need a priest? I don't even want this property anymore. Calling the realtor. Back where we started, and I have a question for those of you who were born in places like this and then moved to the city. Do you think this natural beauty hits the same way it hits someone who's used to the city? I know the locals appreciate it, but I can't imagine it's the same feeling. Maybe when I run into my first black bear during a late night pee in the woods, the charm will wear off, and I'll stop gushing like a tourist. Anyway, I got lots of work to do. Mobile homes to demolish, trash to pick up, dumpsters to rent, power lines to fix, tree demons to exercise. Thanks for watching.